hot. I got lunch.
Okay. Welcome to CVCA live streams coverage of CVCA Royals hockey on a Friday night from the Dan Kostel Rec Center in Garfield Heights, Ohio. It's a return home for the CVCA Royals hockey program this evening, and tonight the Royals play host to the Chagrin Falls Tigers before a pivotal road contest on Sunday against Canfield. Good evening. My name is Tim Nichols, and as always, it's a pleasure to have you with us. And a reminder, you can follow CVCA live stream social media contacts on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram by looking for our social media handle at CVCA Livestream. We had a full pregame warm-up prepared for you, but the Gremlins at the Dan Kostel Rec Center got to us earlier tonight, and we appreciate your patience in us getting on the air tonight. We hope to bring you a good broadcast. We are struggling a bit with the internet capabilities on the upload side tonight, but we have made it on the air, so we're looking forward to a great hockey game between the Royals and the Tigers. CVCA and Chagrin Falls will meet for the second time this season tonight. The Royals dropped a 4-3 overtime decision at the Pond back on January 9th. That capped off a lost weekend 2 weeks ago for the Royals. They came into that game, or they come into tonight's game with a record of 7 wins, 10 losses, no ties, and 2 overtime losses. Both of those overtime losses in back-to-back days against these Chagrin Falls Tigers and the Canfield Cardinals. Chagrin Falls comes into the game tonight, entering the final 3 weekends of the hockey season with a record of 7-6 overall and 4-3 in the Greater Cleveland High School Hockey League Blue North Division. While the Royals have just 4 more divisional games left, Chagrin Falls has half their divisional schedule yet to play, with 7 games over the next 17 days, which will go a long way toward defining the Tigers' season. It was supposed to be a rebuilding year for Chagrin Falls this year after having graduated 9 seniors from the team which won the Barron Cup a year ago. But 5 Tigers players have 18 or more points so far this season, led by a trio of forwards in Henry Westendorf, Elliot Dupre, and senior Andrew Kirkpatrick. They also get strong contributions from Charlie Simperman and Zach Armstrong. In goal tonight will be Nathaniel Newton. The youngster, the freshman, has a 3.15 goals against average and sports an 87.8% save percentage. The lineup's being announced right now, and Newton heads out to the center ice. Joining him is Andrew Kirkpatrick. Also starting at right wing, number 16, Tommy Conway for Chagrin Falls. Conway, a senior. Matt Revenue starts. The junior had an assist in the first game against CVCA. And on defense, Charlie Simperman, the senior, a goal and 11 assists. And number 2, Aiden Kabik, also on defense for the Royals. Caleb Mosher gets the start for CVCA. The freshman goaltender has an 88% save percentage this season. Jack Lamline starts for CVCA, 12 goals on the season. The captain, Luke Parada, starts for the Royals again tonight. Parada, 10 goals, 3 assists so far this season for the senior. Getting a start tonight, number 2, Jacob Schwartzbeck, the freshman. He'll start in place of Nick Humphrey. We'll give you the reason why Humphrey's not playing in just a moment. Mark Mosher starts for CVCA. He's been in the lineup all year. And back in the lineup tonight for CVCA, junior defenseman Zach Nichols, his first start since January the 3rd, coming back from an upper body injury that's kept him out of the last 5 games. And now we're about ready to honor America as we pause for the playing of our national anthem. We're just about ready for hockey on a Friday night from Garfield Heights, Ohio. The Royals and the Tigers in a Blue North Division matchup.
I just got it.
All time in this series, Chagrin Falls leads. 15 wins against 6 losses and 1 tie. The Tigers have won 3 in a row against CVCA and 8 of the last 9 meetings between the two schools dating back to 2014. The Royals' last victory was a 7-3 victory in the second round of the 2018 CVCA Christmas Tournament, a tournament that the Royals went on to win. Tigers are coached by head coach Craig Hoberman. He's assisted by Jeff Deacon and Jacob Hoberman. The Royals' head coach is Doug Fairchild in his 14th season on the Royals bench. He's assisted by Rich Hurdle, Mark Brower, and Jonathan Beckett. We're about ready to go from center ice. The puck is dropped and we are underway from the Kostel Rec Center. The puck is pushed back into the Royal zone, and back to get it is Mark Mosher for CVCA. Ships it up the boards, and Lamline knocks it out through center ice and into the defensive zone for the Chagrin Falls Tigers. Back on it is Charlie Simperman. Tries to move it up the boards, but Lamline is there to meet him, and the Royals try and keep it in, and Mosher dumps it in deep to the corner. Simperman back after it, and he's got it in the corner, but he's taken off the puck by CVCA's Luke Parada. Lamline pushes it far side. Schwartz back up to the point. Mosher, shot on goal, is tipped and wide of the goal, off the stick of Luke Parada. Lamline behind his own net, skates to the near side boards, skates up now to the slot, shot in off Zach Nichols' stick, is knocked down, and a long pass is tipped in by number 16, Tommy Conway. Referees missed that tip, and they whistle icing, and so the puck will be brought back into the defensive zone for the Chagrin Falls Tigers. Early first period action from the Dan Kostel Rec Center. Chagrin Falls and CVCA no score. Face off to the right of freshman goaltender Nathaniel Newton, controlled by the Royals' David Siff. Siff tries to center, it's knocked away, and Siff gets it back, falls down, circles it back, and it's intercepted. Aiden Kavik, but he loses it to Caden Ballard. Ballard has it knocked away, and on the far side, up with it is Zach Armstrong. Armstrong into the offensive zone, dispossessed, and the Royals try to move it out, but cannot. Siff was battling for that puck, and still does. And it's still knocked in and pushed in behind the Royals goaltender, Caleb Mosher. Intercepting for a moment is Carter Martin, but it comes out to the slot, backhanded and knocked up and out of the zone, and the Tigers will have to retreat. But they will retreat no more, as into the offensive zone for the Royals comes Cord Steigmeyer. He's got it into the far side corner. Steigmeyer, after a change, shot fanned on by CVCA, and we've got an elbowing penalty against Chagrin Falls. Steigmeyer down with the stick, and the first power play of the day is going to go to CVCA. Into the box goes number 14, Zach Armstrong. 2 minutes for elbowing. The time of the penalty, 1 minute and 39 seconds of the first period. So the Royals power play will get an opportunity. Face off to the left of Newton. They drop it down, and it's controlled by CVCA for the moment. In between the circles, with it, up to the point. Nichols takes a shot wide of the goal, and it's cleared out by Chagrin Falls. Zach Nichols back after it for CVCA in the far corner. Nichols settles, chips it up, and gets it to Parada. Parada will skate out with it through the neutral zone and gains the zone. Shot, and is wide of the goal of Newton. Schwartzbeck fires again. It's knocked down and cleared out again. 1:30 to go on the penalty time to Armstrong. This time, Mark Mosher is first to it for CVCA, and he'll start to build out the offensive push. Mosher off the boards, but no one there. It is chipped back into the zone, though, off the stick of number 20, Andrew Kirkpatrick. The Tigers control, and they push it up ice once again. Mosher will have to catch up to it for CVCA. 1:07 seconds to go on the penalty time. Mosher retreats behind his own goal, behind his brother Caleb. With some pressure now, Mosher will have to battle for it. He loses it. with it. Tommy Conway that is. And rescued there by Luke Parada, who will skate out with it. Long pass, finds Schwartzbeck. Schwartzbeck into the zone, but it's tipped away from him, and Zach Nichols will keep it in. Nichols dumps it in deep, but it finds a Tiger first. Schwartzbeck trying to dig it out. Now Lamline does. Lamline for CVCA with 38 seconds. Skates up into the high slot. Lamline still skating, goes by Mosher, skates to the far side, still with it on his stick. Lamline behind the goal, circles. And now met behind the goal by Simperman. Into the far corner. Sif and Simperman try and dig it out. Sif falls down. So does Simperman. And it's chipped up and out. All the way down to Caleb Mosher. He chips it aside to Zach Nichols. 12 seconds remaining on the penalty time. Long pass from Nichols off the stick of a teammate. And it's sent back in. Delayed offside against Chagrin Falls. Penalty time is up and we're back to even strength. Armstrong out of the box. Into the far corner. Ballard can't find it. It's pushed to the near side and intercepted by CVCA. Centering pass from Sif towards Steigmeyer. Couldn't get there, and out come the Tigers. Kept in, though. Sif intercepts, dumps it in deep. Ballard chases after it. Centering opportunity, looking for Steigmeyer. It's knocked down and set up all the way down on the goal of Caleb Mosher, actually to his right, and whistled icing once again, a stoppage with 10 minutes and 57 seconds to go in the first period. The Royals, not much on that first penalty power play opportunity, that is. And the face-off will be in the offensive zone for CVCA. Getting a face-off opportunity, Noah Chadima, who's back for the first time since early December. Chadima's been out for 13 games. Here comes an opportunity for the Tigers. Not able to get a shot off is Elliot Dupre. Behind his own goal, with it now is Armstrong. Armstrong dumps it back in deep, and Chadima chips it to the far side. Chadima's been out for 13 games, as we said. Up to the left point, shot, goal! Aiden Kabik puts the Chagrin Falls Tigers on top for the first time tonight. For Kabik, his second goal of the season from the left point. It beat Caleb Mosher, and the Tigers take the lead 1-0. Royals with a lot of pressure in the first 4.5 minutes, but the Tigers get their first real shot on Mosher, and it finds the back of the net, and they take the lead. Off the faceoff, Jack Lamline dumps it to Parada. Center ice to Schwartzbeck. Schwartzbeck playing in place of Nick Humphrey, who's serving a 2-game suspension. Humphrey made contact with the goaltender for Stowe the other night on Sunday and got called with a charging penalty against Nathan Nitre. Shot wide of Nathaniel Newton. With a 5-minute major for charging and a game misconduct, the Royals' leading scorer of the season, Nick Humphrey, with 12 goals and 12 assists, will sit out the weekend and return next weekend after serving the suspension time. So that gives Schwartzbeck an opportunity to play with the first line, and he dumps it in deep off the boards, and the Royals will get a change back to get it for the Tigers. Looks like that's the goal scorer, Kabik. He gets it up ice. With it is Elliot Dupre. Dupre guarded by Carter Martin. Tries the center, shot wide of the goal of CVCA goaltender Caleb Mosher. And in the circles, Westendorf. Henry Westendorf comes up with it, gets a shot. It's the rebound, comes all the way up to the point, and not able to keep it in is Simperman for the Tigers. The Royals get a chance. 2-on-1. Here comes Caden Ballard, but offsides was CVCA's Cord Steigmeyer, and they'll stop the play right there and bring it out of the Royals' offensive zone for a face-off in front of the Chagrin Falls Tigers bench. 1-0 Tigers off the stick of Aiden Kabik, the sophomore. Royals dump it in, but no one there to get it, and Tigers get it out to Elliot Dupre. Dupre in the offensive zone for Chagrin Falls, leaves it back for Alex Newton. Newton's shot is wide of the goal, and on the far side, picking it up is Zach Armstrong. Gets it to the point, shot is knocked down in front by Chadima. Chadima now has it on his stick. Chadima, again, first game in almost 2 months for Noah Chadima. He had a hat trick in his first ever varsity start against Mayfield back in November. Now comes 3-on-2. The Tigers on the far side, getting in, shot wide off of Westendorf's stick. Newton, another shot. It's kicked aside by Mosher. Nichols dumps it around the boards, but it gets hung up on the referee. A centering shot to the slot. Shot is knocked down in front off of the stick of Armstrong. And the Tigers with pressure. Still keeping it in is Zach Armstrong. Chadima will battle him, and Zach Nichols will pick it up. Nichols tries to skate out with it, but he's knocked into, and he loses his puck. It comes up, and just unable to keep it in is Elliot Dupre, but he gains his own once again and gets hit by two Royals, and they knock it out. Matthew Porter and Dupre get up, and in comes the offensive opportunity once again for Zach Armstrong of the Tigers. Armstrong knocks it behind the goaltender of Mosher, or the goal of Mosher. Zach Nichols kicks it up to Schwartzbeck, who tries to dig it out on the far side boards, but it's dumped back in deep in the corner. Centering pass, no one there except for CVCA's Luke Parada. Parada now heads down ice. He'll dump it in, the Royals will chase it. Around the boards it goes. Schwartzbeck in the corner against Kbeck, a pair of twos. Kbeck dumps it back to the near side where Parada's there. Heads up to the point, but it's intercepted. With it is Kirkpatrick. He dumps it into the far side, and CVCA's Eli Parada tries to clear the zone but cannot. Shot is in and saved for Caleb Mosher. Luke Parada off the boards looking for a teammate and finds him. Now one-on-one if Schwartzbeck can find a way in, but he dumps it in and decides to let the team chase. And the Tigers clear the zone. Eli Parada will chase after it for CVCA, and he dumps it up to his brother, Luke, who pushes it in deep, and the Royals will get a change with 6.5 minutes to go, or actually 6:45 to go here, first period. 1-0 Chagrin Falls. To center ice, and Carter Martin knocks it off the boards and just plays pass with the Tigers, and they push it up. Dupre looks for a teammate. He finds Westendorf. Westendorf is dispossessed, and the Royals clear the zone. It's off the skate of Lamline and pushed back in by Andrew Kirkpatrick. Round the boards, far side, Armstrong has it and loses it. CVCA tips it up, and they find Ballard for just a moment. And falling down is Kbeck. He knocks down a Royal. Ballard will go in deep to chase after it, try and get it. It's Sif in there to try and help out. Around to the near side it comes. Ballard tried to tip it around the boards. Couldn't. They finally comes up to the point. Martin has it. Martin shoots. It's tipped and saved by Nathaniel Newton. Behind the goal. Ballard's shot. Score for CVCA. A beautiful pass by Caden Ballard. Right on the doorstep was David Sif, I believe. And Sif put it in the back of the net for CVCA. 1-1 on the 8th goal of the season for David Sif. The assist, his 12th of the year to Caden Ballard. Time of the goal for the Royals, 9 minutes and 12 seconds, and we're back to even. The Royals' second line has been very productive this season with Ballard and Sif and Schwartzbeck out there, and they produce another goal right there. After the faceoff, Zach Nichols has it, tips it up to Lamline, and Lamline couldn't get a stick on it, and the call is icing. And so, a defensive zone faceoff upcoming for CVCA. The official scoring also gives an assist on that Sif goal to Cord Steigmeyer as well. So Sif from Ballard and Steigmeyer, 1-1, CVCA and Chagrin Falls. Off the faceoff, it's controlled by the Tigers. Centering pass connects and shot wide of Mosher. Newton loses the puck, and the Royals are out with it. A race is on. Lamline chasing after it. He gets to it, but he cannot get an angle on the goal. So Lamline into the far corner. Tries to dump it back in deep, but can't get a stick on it. Now he gets it back. Lamline skates forward. Backhanded shot is knocked down. Comes to Parada. Shot saved by Nathaniel Newton. Point blank shot from Luke Parada. Now it comes the other way. And knocked down right there is number 16, Tommy Conway. And a whistle blows. And a trip is going to be called. And that one's going to go against CVCA captain Luke Parada. Parada can't believe it, but the door opens and he's going to go in the box for 2 minutes. And the Tigers will go on the power play for the first time tonight. Chagrin Falls power play has been rather anemic this season. 3 for 38. But one of those power play goals was a game winner against CVCA in overtime earlier this month. And so that gave them the victory against CVCA in that overtime game. And they'll have another 2-minute opportunity to try and get another one right here and regain the lead. Tigers control, near side boards in the corner. It's chipped up, number 16, Tommy Conway, up to the point now. It's knocked down, and Ballard tries to knock it out. He can't. It's kept in, but only for a moment, and CVCA will clear the puck down the ice. Newton will stop it, and chasing after it is Andrew Kirkpatrick, the senior. Kirkpatrick, a goal scorer with 14 on the season, heads up the ice, dumps it into the zone, and the Royals will chase it. Carter Martin is first there. Martin will try and set it up, but it's intercepted. Centering pass is knocked down, and the Royals' Eli Parada has it for a moment and gets it by the stick of Alex Newton all the way down the ice, and the Tigers will chase and set up once again with 1 minute and 8 seconds to go in penalty time against CVCA's Luke Parada. Big hit at center ice, and knocked down is Henry Westendorf, and the puck intercepted by CVCA and sent back down once again. 56 seconds to go. They send it up. Dupre. Back checked by Lamline, and still the puck dribbles in, and the Tigers might get a chance, but they do not. Knocked down with a high stick, and so CVCA sends it forward. Lamline was waiting, but Schwartzbeck couldn't see him. So Schwartzbeck battles, and he goes into the boards in the near side corner. But meanwhile, 34 seconds remain on the penalty time. Cross-ice pass and back, and skating past it are 2 Tigers, and so Alex Newton will skate in with it. Newton on the far side tries to center, backhanded. Mosher has it, knocks it up the boards, but it's kept in by Matt Revenu. In front, knocked away from the goal, shot back in that direction, but knocked down by Schwartzbeck, and Lamline will retreat behind his own goal, send it around the boards. It's a funny bounce and kept in at the high slot. Shot, saved by Mosher. Tigers fanned on a second shot. There goes the penalty time, but a point-blank shot right there is knocked away in the corner. Kirkpatrick, 5-on-5 now. CVCA sends it up, and this is going to be an icing against the Royals, but they are able to kill off that power play opportunity for the Tigers, and with 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the first period, we're deadlocked at 1 apiece. It's a big game for the Royals, a big weekend for that matter. The Royals, with just 3 wins in the division, 5 losses and 2 overtime losses, need to win both of these games to try and improve their standing and ensure they qualify for the Barron Cup this season. Face-off is won by the Tigers. On the near side boards, though, the Royals are able to clear it down the ice. This will not make it for icing, and so back to get it is Charlie Simperman. Simperman dumps it up ice, off of the stick of a teammate, and it gets it to Zach Armstrong, who gains the zone. Armstrong loses the puck, and it's knocked out. Chasing after for CVCA was Chidima. He couldn't get a stick on it, and so the teams see the puck come all the way back into the defensive zone for the Tigers, and then they gain all the way back the other way to the offense. In the slot, shot knocked aside off the stick of Westendorf into the far side corner. The Royals clear the zone as, again, Newton can't keep it in. Check it out, that was Simperman, not Newton. So Simperman gets back on his horse and chases, but he's got pressure from outward for CVCA, who kicks it up to a teammate, finds Lamline, passes it to himself, waiting for help. Lamline kicks it to himself, then dumps it in under the boards. And behind the goal, he'll chase Kabeck. Kabeck sends it back the other way. Parada was there, but could not get it. And now Mark Mosher chases after it for CVCA with pressure from Armstrong. Mosher, with wheels, heads up ice with 1.5 minutes to go. Mosher gains the zone, sets up, shoots wide of Nathaniel Newton. All the way back to Lamline. Lamline has a difficulty controlling, and now an opportunity for Chagrin Falls, and a point-blank save by Caleb Mosher, the captain for the Tigers, unable to bury that puck in the back of the net. Tommy Conway was one-on-one with Caleb Mosher. A great opportunity, but Mosher up to the task that time, and he'll have a face-off to his left. Puck is dropped to one back to the left point. Simperman dumps it in deep. Eli Parada is there first. Parada around the boards to Cord Steigmeyer with 1 minute exactly left. Steigmeyer retreats. and now starts to head out. Heads up ice, just out of the outstretched arms of David Siff. Semperman has it once again. Up ice, off of Steigmeyer's stick. Martin at center ice, chips it forward. Caden Ballard reverses course, gets it into the zone. It's onside for CVCA. Ballard back-checked by number 16, Conway. He gets it to 15. Revenu, shot and a save into the breadbasket of Mosher with 31 seconds to go in a fast-moving first period here from the Dan Kostel Rec Center in Garfield Heights, Ohio. You're tuned to CVCA live streams coverage of Royals hockey on the Royals Athletic Boosters website on YouTube, and we're glad you've joined us for this late afternoon contest on a Friday to start your weekend off. Face off to the right of Caleb Mosher, and it's controlled by the Royals into the corner. They get it up to Luke Parada. Parada now with pressure from 17 Westendorf. The two of them will battle. Right in on Mosher, who sticks to the side, and up ice comes CVCA. Lamline once again with 15 seconds to go. 1-on-2. Lamline into the circles, gains a shot. Saved by Newton. Into the corner it goes, and behind the goal with 8 seconds left. Siff, actually that's Schwartzbeck. Another shot knocked down in front. CVCA with a huge flurry of activity, but unable to capitalize as the clock winds out to triple zeros, and that should be the end of the first period. There's the horn, and we've reached the conclusion of period number one, a period which saw the Tigers jump out in front first on a goal off the stick of sophomore defenseman Aiden Kabek, his second of the season. The Royals evened it up on a pretty goal from sophomore forward David Siff, assist on the Royals goal to Caden Ballard and Cord Steigmeyer. 1-1 as we hit intermission number one. And as we do hit that first intermission, we're going to pause now for this message from Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy. We got fingers crossed that you'll be able to see it.
What is excellence? Excellence is a battle cry that you were made for more than this, in a world that is so satisfied with just okay. It's striving for greatness not only when there is a prize or recognition to be won, but in the still and quiet with only an audience of one. It's going above and beyond for others in service because our God has gone above and beyond all that we could have asked or imagined in His pursuit of us. It's diving into studies and academic pursuits, believing that the Lord has fashioned our minds out of the dust of the earth to understand and master complex concepts and the deep mysteries of the universe. It's preparation, not only for college or a career, but a life recklessly abandoning the ordinary and believing that the God who moves mountains lives inside you and will use you to turn the world upside down for His glory. A school defined by excellence is so much more than a building and classrooms. It is a defining culture, a strong imprint on a student's life in the way they will learn and grow. It is a life-altering encounter that surrounds them with people and experiences that shape who they will become. It is the foundation that they will take with them wherever they go. It is what they will see in their rearview mirrors as guideposts, showing them the way forward and propelling them to excel still more. In our lives, in our homes, in our families, in our communities, to go out and impact the world that God so loved. To shine a light on the darkest and most broken places. To be the salt to those who have lost their flavor. To bring love and healing as the hands and feet that we are called to be. We are CVCA, and we are called to excel still more.
Your granddaughter attending CVCA, there's an open house on January the 28th. That's upcoming in a little more than a week. Actually, 1 week from tonight. And so you do need to sign up for that open house if you're coming, so that CVCA can make plans to have you in attendance. You can do that by visiting the CVCA website at cvcaroyals.org. In addition, for those that are already accepted to CVCA for the 2022-23 school year, there's a family preview night on February the 10th, and then a middle school family preview night for grades 6, 7, and 8 on February 18th. Those are for new middle schoolers next year. Entrance exams are required to gain admission to CVCA, and the next opportunities for entrance exams are February 5th and March 5th. And again, you can sign up for those and get more information about Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy by visiting the CVCA website at cvcaroyals.org. Once again, we're in the first intermission from the Dan Kostel Rec Center in Garfield Heights. Royals, their home arena for the last 2 years, and the score is Royals 1, Tigers 1. Up next for CVCA, they'll be back in action on Sunday afternoon in another pivotal game down at Canfield. The Royals losers to the Canfield Cardinals by a score of 4-3 2 weekends ago in overtime again. So back-to-back overtime losses. The Royals looking to avenge those losses this weekend and get back in the race for a better position in the seeding for the Barron Cup upcoming next month in February. Next weekend, the Royals have their final 2 home games of the season. Saturday evening here at the Kostel Rec Center, the Royals will host the Orange Lions and a game that starts at 5 o'clock, and we'll have live stream coverage for you once again of all Royals home games. And then on Sunday, it's senior night here at the Dan Kostel Rec Center when the CVCA Royals host Mayfield. That puck drop scheduled for 4 o'clock in the afternoon on Sunday, 1 week from now. Royals close out their regular season on Saturday, February 5th on the road against NDCL at the Pond in Bainbridge. That game starts at 6:15 p.m. on the 5th of February. Elsewhere in CVCA athletics this week, the CVCA wrestling team competed at the Maumee Bay Classic on Friday and Saturday. The event was hosted by the Oregon Clay High School in Northwest Ohio, and junior Kyle Snyder claimed yet another tournament championship at the 215-pound level. Snyder has not been defeated in the last 2 seasons in the state of Ohio, the defending state champion at that weight class. Braden Halen placed 6th at 113 pounds, and Owen Nelson finished 7th. The Royals will compete tomorrow at Wadsworth's Grizzly Invitational. The bowling team picked up wins last Saturday against Kenmore Garfield and Akron North in a tri-school matchup. However, they did drop a match against Coventry yesterday. Girls basketball was scheduled to play Wadsworth at the Classic in the Country tournament down in Millersburg, a tournament that hosted roughly 30 games over the Martin Luther King Jr. weekend with teams from all over the country. The CVCA game against Wadsworth was the second to the last game on the docket, but it was a casualty to Winter Storm Izzy. They did get in about half the games on Monday, but by the time the Royals were scheduled to tip off in the 6 o'clock hour on Monday night, as you do recall if you're local here to Northeast Ohio, about 2 feet of snow was on the ground, and so that game was canceled, and the Royals were not able to play against Wadsworth. They did come back in action, though, and celebrated their senior night for the Lady Royals on Wednesday night at home, and they put a 62-21 drubbing on Manchester in Pac-7 play. Next up for the Lady Royals is a road game tomorrow in conference at 1:30 at Tuslaw. The boys varsity hoops team was upset on Tuesday night, suffering their second conference loss of the season in a game at Triway, with the Titans recording an 83-78 victory against CVCA on Tuesday night. That game, the Royals they were suffering from foul trouble from early on in the first quarter, and that dogged them the entire game. They did come back to take a 1-point lead late in the contest, but the Titans were able to pull out the victory before the final buzzer sounded. They will return to action tomorrow in Columbus, Ohio, when they match up against Harvest Prep. CVCA and Harvest Prep will tip off tomorrow down in Columbus. We mentioned earlier that the Royals are playing without Nick Humphrey tonight. Tried to convey that story during the first period. We had trouble getting on the air tonight. Normally we've got pretty good internet connection here from the Kostel Rec Center, but if you've ever had the blue screen of death, we had that right at the start of the contest, right before we were supposed to go on the air tonight. So quick thinking by my colleague Sean Mosher got us right back up and running, and you didn't miss anything, but you did miss us talking about Nick Humphrey, who is unfortunately serving a 2-game suspension for an altercation that occurred last Sunday night in a game against Stowe when he made contact with the goaltender Nathan Nitre from Stowe, and Donnybrook ensued. So Humphrey will be back next week. The Royals will have to play without him, their leading scorer, with 12 goals and 12 assists both tonight and on Sunday afternoon, but he should be back next weekend. His combatants who took umbrage with the contact that he made also should be serving suspensions. In fact, word is that they may be serving 4-game suspensions for 4 players from Stowe. An unfortunate scene all the way around, but we look forward to having Nick back next week. As far as Chagrin Falls goes, this is the first of 3 games this weekend for the Tigers. We made mention that Chagrin Falls still has 7 games, including this one, to go in conference, or in the division, rather, in the Greater Cleveland Hockey League Blue North Division. So a back-loaded schedule for the Tigers this season. 14 games make up the season schedule, and they've got 3 this weekend, including 1 tonight that is currently deadlocked at 1-1, and 11 a.m. till tomorrow morning on the road all the way down in Youngstown, or actually in Boardman, Ohio, against Canfield. And then they've got the rematch on Sunday at home against Cleveland Heights. This Tigers team is the only team to defeat Cleveland Heights so far this season. A masterpiece delivered by freshman goaltender Nathaniel Newton, and the shutout 1-0 in that contest against the Heights Tigers. So it's a battle of Tigers on Sunday afternoon at the pond for these Chagrin Falls Tigers. As we wait for the clock to wind down here for the conclusion of the first intermission and get started on second period action, we can see the Royals making their way through the lobby and into the ice rink arena section of the Dan Kostel Rec Center. Both locker rooms off to our right through the lobby area, and so the Royals will be first back into the ice rink with a minute to go before we start second period action. Recapping the scoring in that first period once again, the Tigers got on the board first. Aiden Kabek. Kabek with a shot from the left point that fooled goaltender Caleb Mosher and put the Tigers up 1-0. Royals got even on a goal from David Siff. For Siff, his 8th of the season assist on that goal from Caden Ballard and Cord Steigmeyer. And Newton, the younger of the 2 Newtons on the Chagrin Falls team, leading his Tigers back into the arena on the far side. A pair of penalties in that first period. Neither resulted in power play goals, 1 for each team, and we are getting ready for second period action. 15 minutes back up on the clock, and once again, we're glad you're with us and looking forward to a good second period here. Tim Nichols with you tonight. You are tuned into CVCA live streams coverage of Royals hockey on the CVCA Athletic Boosters YouTube page. Once again, we've got all live stream coverage of hockey this year on YouTube. All activities, mostly boys and girls basketball, that take place in Tim Byerly Gymnasium can be seen through the NFHS Network interface. So the NFHS Network is a subscription service. And so if you have an interest in Royals basketball, catch all Royals basketball games at all levels on the NFHS Network. But we're glad you're here with us on the YouTube tonight. And they drop the puck, and we're ready for second period action. Royals win the faceoff. Zach Nichols heads over to Mosher. He turns it over at center ice. And stoppage 11 seconds into period number 2. Offside's the call against the Tigers. So the face-off in front of the Chagrin Falls bench. One back to Chagrin Falls, and they'll retreat and get after it. They push it into the zone where CVCA tries to knock it up but cannot clear. And on a second effort, they do out to center ice. Luke Parada sends it the other direction for CVCA, and chasing after it is Zach Armstrong. Armstrong ships it up, but Mosher intercepts and keeps it in. Mosher fans on it, but gets it closer. Parada gets it, shoots, and a save from Newton. Far side, Schwartzbeck chases, but Zach Armstrong gets there first. Schwartzbeck dispossesses him. It's right out in front. Oh, and Jack Landline had an opportunity, but could not get good wood on it. It's kept in and shot by Mosher. It goes wide, and on the near side boards, it's cleared up and down the ice, and that will be icing against Chagrin Falls. Oh, Jack Landline, 2 shots to try and get his stick on the puck, which was just dangling in front of Nathaniel Newton's goal, and he could not get it before the Chagrin Falls Tigers defense came to the aid of their goaltender and made sure that Landline didn't get a third opportunity. So we stay at 1-1. Face off to the left of Newton. One back to number 8, Simperman. But he gets hit back there by the Royals' 8, Cord Steigmeyer. Steigmeyer chips it up the boards and he goes to the point. Carter Martin takes a step forward, shoots, and it's there. Goal for CVCA. Cord Steigmeyer on the rebound. Nathaniel Newton got a stick onto the first one, but couldn't cover it, and Steigmeyer was right there and dumped it in. The assist will undoubtedly go to Carter Martin, and the Royals take the lead 1 minute and 12 seconds into period number 2. CVCA 2 and Chagrin Falls 1. Once again, that second line for the Royals doing the dirty work, and they've got both goals today. Steigmeyer and Sif, the goal scorers for the Royals. They drop the puck back down, and for the first time, the Royals will play from the front against these Tigers this afternoon. Chagrin Falls gains the zone with it. Conway in the circles. Conway leaves it, and a shot knocked down. Second shot saved by Mosher. Both shots by Kirkpatrick with great opportunity to try and even it up. Kirkpatrick sends it out to the point. Newton takes a step in. It's kicked aside by Mosher. Still controlled by the Tigers. Conway behind the boards. And on the far side now, the teams battle. Dug out by Chidima. He sends it all the way around the other side to the near side boards. Kept in, though, by Aiden Kabek, who dumps it back in deep. Eli Parada pushes it up. Outward. Chips it up, but Kabek has it. Off his stick and dumped back in deep once again. Parada, Eli that is, battling. And it comes out to Outward, and he'll skate out with it for CVCA out of harm's way. Here comes number 24, Jared Outward. He dumped it around the boards, and chasing it is Matthew Porter. Porter gets upended, that is, and the puck out of the zone. And trying to move forward with it is Matt Revenue. Revenue gains the zone, but it's chipped out by Carter Martin. The Royals, Schwartzbeck pushes it forward. Lamline chips it to himself in deep. Lamline behind the goal. Tries to leave it for Parada. It's knocked aside and kicked up where Mosher has it at the left point. Mosher sends it in, but it's knocked down in the circles, and it comes out all the way down the ice. This is going to be icing against Chagrin Falls. So the Royals got the lead goal, a great opportunity right after that. 2 of them, in fact, by Andrew Kirkpatrick, the senior forward, who had 2 goals in the first game against CVCA and also netted that overtime winner against Cleveland Heights early this year. He was stoned by Caleb Mosher on that opportunity. But here come the Tigers once again. Poke checked away and chipped up and finally out. Chase is on. Lamline on his horse, battling with Kabek. Lamline comes up with it, heads toward the front of the net, shoots, saved by Nathaniel Newton. Great opportunity for Lamline, but the freshman up to the task that time for the Tigers. And Newton will see the face-off to his left. Won by the Royals. Sif centers, actually puts a shot off the side of the net. Steigmeyer chases, and then the other side, Ballard comes up with it and dumps it in deep. Sif is there. Sif tries to get a stick on it. It's knocked to the corner. The Tigers come up with it, but only for a moment. The teams continue the battle. To the near side corner it comes, and Chagrin Falls comes up with it. They push it up and out of the zone to the neutral zone where Mark Mosher has it. Mosher dumps it back in deep to the corner. Quebec is there, and they'll whistle icing as Mosher was just one step to the other line of the other side of the red line, that is. And so, check that, no icing. Apparently played with a high stick is the call. I've got two of my three colleagues up here on the broadcast saying, high stick, Tim. And that is the call. So the face-off will be in the defensive zone for the Tigers. And it's pushed toward the goal, but intercepted. And out with it come the Tigers. Kirkpatrick with pressure from a pair of Royals. Leaves it for a teammate. Shot and a stick save by CVCA's Caleb Mosher. Up to the left point. Simperman pushes it back in deep. Around the boards it goes. Carter Martin there for CVCA. Chips it up, but not out. And now it's pushed back in deep. Loose puck behind the zone. And cleared out of harm's way by CVCA. It'll go all the way down just to the left of Nathaniel Newton for an icing against the Royals with 10:55 to go here in period number 2. Unofficial shots on goal so far at this point in the ball game, or the ball game, in the hockey game. 13 for the Chagrin Falls Tigers and 10 for the Royals. Off the face-off. I'll get a kangaroo court fine for calling this a ball game. Centering pass, great chance for the Tigers once again, but not able to put it in deep. And out comes Siff for the Royals. He dumps it in deep and he'll chase it. Siff gets to it first, into the corner though. It bounces. He's knocked down, and out comes the Tigers. Cross-ice pass onto the stick of Zach Armstrong. Armstrong is upended. Into the corner it goes. Luke Parada pushes it around the boards. Quebec, though, pushed it back around. Martin. I might have called Parada. It was Martin who pushed it around the boards a moment ago. And Martin who's on it once again to Siff. Siff does battle with Depre. Gets it to a teammate. Cross-ice pass, but not out. Intercepted by Alex Newton. Takes 2 steps in. Saved by Mosher. And it's shipped up and out for the Royals, and again down the ice for an icing. Alex Newton with a chance that time. Got it in the high slot, took 2 steps in, or 2 strides, and put it right on the goal of Caleb Mosher, who kicked it aside, and we have a stoppage with 9:59 to go. Face off to the right of Caleb Mosher. It's dropped down. And it's controlled by the Tigers. And now CVCA has it chipped up and out by Noah Chidima, but this is going to be another icing against CVCA. So 10 seconds after the last face-off for icing, we'll have another one. 9:49 to go, period number 2. Stepping into the face-off dot is Tommy Conway for the Tigers. And the Royals control that one off of Chidima's stick. Round the boards it goes, kept in by Quebec. Gets it down to a teammate. Centering pass. Shot just wide of Mosher. Second shot. And a third shot. That one is behind the goal and kept out of harm's way by Mark Mosher. Saving a goal and laying on it on his back is his brother Caleb. A near goal opportunity for the Tigers that Mark Mosher swept right off the goal line for CVCA. And by a whisker, the Royals maintain the 1-goal lead. The Tigers with lots of pressure right there. Face off to the left of Caleb Mosher. One back and shot up into the rafters. Off the stick of Tommy Conway. Face off won by Revenue right to Conway, who fired it, but it was deflected right up into the rafters. And they'll have to get another puck. That one might not come down for a while. It may be embedded in the ceiling. Another face-off. This one dropped down and to the point. One again, D to D. Shot. Knocked down in front and out of play. That one off the stick of Simperman, but did not get much past the dots before it was deflected all the way out on the far side. And once again, a third puck in a matter of seconds from the scorer's table. Changes for both sides. Royals change the defenseman. Nichols and Mosher head off. Defensive changes for Chagrin Falls as well. This faceoff is controlled by CVCA, but not for long. Another great pressure by the Tigers, but it comes out and intercepted by Luke Parada. 3-on-1 for CVCA. Parada shoots off the top of Nathaniel Newton for a save. Parada had two teammates but chose to shoot that one, and Newton up to the task. In the corner, Luke falls down. Lambline's in there to pressure as well with a trio of Chagrin Falls Tigers. Luke gets to his feet and a whistle blows. And they'll just rule a face-off. So that puck frozen on the far side corner boards. Up against the Dashers, as they say. And so the Royals will have an offensive zone face-off to the right of Nathaniel Newton. Second line out there. They're responsible for both goals for CVCA this afternoon. A chase is on, and a chance now. Oh, back check by Carter Martin. Saves another opportunity for the Royals as the Tigers had a chance right there. Through center ice, pass to Caden Ballard now. Ballard shoots high over the goal of Nathaniel Newton. Sif pushes it in deep for CVCA once again. Ballard gets it back behind the boards. K-Beck is there, though, to intercept it. K-Beck reverses course and heads it up, or chips it up, but intercepted by Steigmeyer. Steigmeyer tried to pass to Ballard, but now it's poked forward. And with it and pushing it in deep is Zach Armstrong, but he's pushed off the puck, and chasing it is Eli Parada. Parada in the near side corner will chip it up and find a teammate there. Cross ice pass to find Steigmeyer. He gains the zone. Steigmeyer through his forehand shot and a save by Newton. 8 minutes and 1 second to go, period number 2. 2-1, Royals leading. Cord Steigmeyer poked in the rebound off the stick of Carter Martin, who shot one in from the point early in this second period, and that's the difference so far. Face-off. Controlled by Chidima. Centering pass. Nice pass to Outward and just wide. Noah Chidima has been missed for CVCA, his first game back, and created an opportunity for the Royals there. But the other way come the Tigers. Long shot is wide of the goal of Mosher. And that is a centering pass, but finding no one to the far side. Matthew Porter is there to clean it up. Porter chips it up to Mosher. Mosher has it on his stick. Looks forward, fans on it, and gets it. Well, does not get it back. He'll have to chase it and retreats behind his own net. Mosher now, with pressure, will skate it out of the zone. Mosher overskates it once again. And so, at center ice, Outward intercepts, and it's knocked off by number 8. That's Simperman. Into the offensive zone. In the feet of Zach Nichols. Another shot, saved, actually a goal. Loose puck out in front, and capitalizing on that is Andrew Kirkpatrick, the senior, for his 15th goal of the season, off the shoulder of Caleb Mosher, and got behind him for the tying goal. Time of the goal, 7 minutes and 53 seconds. Andrew Kirkpatrick, the senior, evens the score for the Tigers, and we go back to 2-2 contest. So the Royals not able to clear the puck, and they pay for it. The assist to Henry Westendorf, the goal to Kirkpatrick, and it's 2-2. So, back underway in the offensive zone for CVCA. Luke Parada stick handles, and it goes in deep. He'll have to battle Alex Newton. Newton falls down, and the Royals come up with it. It looks like Lamline up to Eli Parada in the slot. Eli looks, dumps it in deep. Centering pass, looking for Schwartzbeck, was Lamline. Schwartzbeck will chase it to Lamline behind the goal. Lamline gets pressure and knocked down by Simperman. Far side, Schwartzbeck can't get it, and out come the Tigers. 2-on-2 if they hurry. Into the zone. Westendorf skates, centers. Newton comes up to it, fires it in. It's knocked down in front, and out come the Royals. Luke Parada, the captain, into the offensive zone, falls down, still gets a shot on Newton, who kicks it to the far side. Lamline with the body takes a Tiger off the puck. It tries to center. It's loose, and Newton, that's Alex Newton, comes away with the puck. Newton now tries to skate out, chips it off the boards, and the Royals will go back and retreat, and Newton is leveled by Eli Parada. Meanwhile, behind the goal, the Royals have it. They get it to Sif. Sif, 2-on-1 if he hurries. Sif on his wheels, and we've got a pileup with Alex Newton on the ground, and the referee with his hand raised, and it looks like a penalty will go against CVCA. Jack Lamline being escorted to the box. And another power play opportunity for the Tigers. Time of the penalty, 9 minutes and 19 seconds, and so the Tigers will have their second chance to have a power play today, and they'll have a chance to take the lead as they've now evened up the score. The call for Lamline is 2 minutes for roughing. Alex Newton was the recipient of that. He skated away, and Lamline will head to the box, and the Royals will have to kill off a penalty. Face off to the left of Mosher in a 2-2 hockey game. One back to the Tigers. High slot. Kirkpatrick, D to D. They dump it into the circles. Back up to the left point. Now to Kirkpatrick once again. Cross ice pass. Westendorf. Shot. Save in front. The Royals try to clear it out, but kept in by Kirkpatrick. Dumps to the far side once again. Nice puck movement. With it is Simperman at the D zone. Simperman gets it in deep. Westendorf back to Simperman. He shoots wide, looking for a pass to the far side. With it over here is Conway. Conway gets it back to Kirkpatrick. His shot is knocked down by Sif. He gets a second shot. It's knocked away by Mosher. Behind the goal. Centering chance. Shot and score. Power play goal by number 15, Matt Revenu. And the Tigers have retaken the lead 3-2. The Lamline penalty hurts the Royals, and they'll play from behind now. The fourth power play goal of the season. The third goal of the season for Matt Revenu, and he puts the Tigers back on top. And they call that unassisted, so it must have come off a Royal stick to Revenu, and he buried it right behind Mosher. And so it's 3-2. Zach Nichols dangerously playing with the puck there. The Royals Lamline has it now, though. Lamline has it knocked away into the corner, and he'll battle Charlie Simperman. Schwartzbeck comes in. Lamline's lost his stick. The puck squirts to the near side corner. And the Royals see the puck sent down the ice for an icing call against Chagrin Falls. Aiden Kabeck says, "What do you mean?" Can't believe it, but he's going to skate back into the defensive zone for the Tigers. Chagrin Falls 3, CVCA 2 with 4:24 to go here in period number 2. The Tigers with a pair of goals this period, one from Andrew Kirkpatrick, the second from Matt Revenu, and they've got the lead. Face-off is controlled by the Tigers. Around the boards it goes. Steigmeyer, though, intercepts, gets it right in front. Shot saved by Newton off the stick of Sif from point blank. And the Tigers clear the zone. Carter Martin has it and chips it up. Finds a teammate. That's Lamline who pushes it forward, but intercepted by Simperman. Through this neutral zone and back into the offensive zone off the near side boards. Controlling for a moment was Conway, but Caden Ballard pushes it in deep for CVCA. Kabik behind the goal and around the boards. It comes to number 16, Conway. Conway has pressure, though, and the Royals can't come up with it. For the moment, the Tigers have it to the neutral zone. Kirkpatrick fires wide. Around the boards it goes. Steigmeyer chips it up, and it's poked away and then dumped in. It trickles to the left of Newton. In the circles, the Tigers have it. Up ice it comes, and the Royals will possess it. And chipped up, looking for Lamline. Too far for him. It's back to Carter Martin with 3:12 to go. Martin retreats behind his own goal. Sends it up to Parada. He can't control. Kept in, though, by number 16, Conway. Sends it in behind the boards. Eli Parada is there. Nice little stick move for him. Sends it to Steigmeyer. Steigmeyer retreats with pressure from Westendorf. The Royals find the loose puck on the stick of Luke Parada. Forward to Lamline. Lamline shot over the goal of Newton skating past it. It's one of the Royals, but Luke Parada sends it back in. And now Schwartzbeck has it. So Parada looking for him. It's knocked away by Westendorf, and they clear the zone, do the Tigers. 2.5 to go, period number 2. Chagrin Falls 3, Royals 2. Royals clear the zone. And Luke Parada goes 1-on-4. Parada dangles, still looking, shoots, screen, save off the blocker of Nathaniel Newton. A great job by Newton to keep this a 3-2 hockey game. Tigers push it up and clear the zone. With some speed comes Chagrin Falls. With it, Dupre gets a shot, saved by Mosher, and Eli Parada is there to cradle it right back into his goaltender. One freshman to another, and a defensive zone face-off upcoming for CVCA. Royals had a little bit of time on top, but now they're looking for the equalizer, but they'll have to defend a face-off to the right of Caleb Mosher here. They drop the puck down as Zach Nichols controls for the Royals. Reverses course, looks for David Siff. Can't find him, but it's off the boards and into the neutral ice zone. Chagrin tries to send the other direction. Nichols dives, loses it, gets back on his feet, but meanwhile, Kirkpatrick was trying to center. Comes another shot wide. Kirkpatrick will chase it for Chagrin Falls. Up to the point. One-timer. Knocked down and pushed aside where Kirkpatrick has it on his stick once again. He gets pressure from Nichols. And Nichols knocked down by Kirkpatrick and knocked down a second time, and he's going to draw a penalty. Kirkpatrick says, "What do you mean?" But cross-checking has never been an easier call than that one right there. As Kirkpatrick knocked Nichols down once, the ref let it go. The second time, he said, "You're going to the box." And the Royals will have a power play opportunity with 1:20 to go here in period number 2. The Royals power play has had a difficult time so far this season. It's been sporadic at best, but now would be no better time than the present to try and put one on the board. Jack Lamline will take the face-off. It's one back to Eli Parada. Parada pushes it in deep to his brother, Luke. Luke in the circles will skate in and try and center. It's knocked up. Carter Martin will dump it back in deep to CVCA's Lamline. Lamline, far side, centers, looking for Luke Parada, just out of his reach, but Parada will now battle for it behind the goal. Caden Ballard falls down, and it pops up. It's kept in by Lamline, but only for a moment, and knocked out by Chagrin Falls with 1:34 to go. Eli Parada dumps it back in deep, and chasing after it is Aiden Kabek. Kabek has it. It's off his stick and up into the netting and out into the fan area, and so they'll have to get another puck. Young fan over on the CVCA side has got a souvenir. He says, "Hey, Mom, what should I do with this?" And he's going to hang on to it. 45 seconds to go in period number 2. 1:25 to go on the Andrew Kirkpatrick penalty. And the face-off is dropped down, and Eli Parada sends it to Luke, his brother. Cross ice for Carter Martin. Martin fires, and it's saved and scooped up by Nathaniel Newton in the glove of the freshman goaltender. So this face-off will occur to Newton's right. 37 seconds to go in the period. Face-off won by CVCA, but not kept in, and now a chance for the Tigers. Breakaway chance, shot is wide. Carter Martin gets back there on back-checking and did away any chance of a breakaway chance for Henry Westendorf. 17 on 17, and now Martin. Cross ice, off the boards, but too far for Luke Parada, and down the ice it's cleared by the Tigers with 12 seconds left. A broken stick back down behind the goal. Long pass to Lamline. 3 seconds left. He'll have to shoot now to take a chance. Fires, and it's knocked down by Kabik. And that's going to do it for period number 2. The Royals will have 40 seconds left to go in penalty time and power play opportunity when we start period number 3. But as we head to the second intermission, behind 2 goals from Andrew Kirkpatrick 1 and Matt Revenue 2, the Tigers will take a 3-2 lead into the locker room in this second intermission. CVCA's second period goal scored by number 8, Cord Steigmeyer. His 5th of the season. That's all we have for the Royals in period number 2. And so the Royals, if they're going to pull out a victory in another close game, are going to have to come from behind in period number 3. As we get to break here in the third period, or the second intermission prior to the third period, we're going to pause again for another message from Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy.
Thank you for being a part of CVCA community. I love the chance to come to you with exciting news, and I've got some really exciting news. 3 words. The first word, we are growing. The Lord has blessed in bringing people like you here to the school because we believe in the mission of educating and cultivating servants for Christ. But when we grow, we run into some problems because we need more space. Whether it's in the middle school or in the high school, we are growing, and we thank the Lord and you for that. The second word, finishing. A few years ago, we started a campaign called Excel Still More, and now it is time to finish Excel Still More. So when you look at the link below and some of the detailed information, you will find some exciting expansion in the area where I am now, in the area just outside of these doors. But even more exciting to me personally is the third word, celebrating and honoring. While we have these expansion and growth opportunities here, we have the opportunity to be able to celebrate a champion of CVCA. John Rasnick was a friend to thousands in the CVCA community. Me personally, but decades of people have been impacted by John Rasnick and his love for the Lord and His Word. This gives us the opportunity to tell his story to generations of what God can do if you humbly serve and say yes when He calls you. So take a look at the information below, take a look at the information on our website, and find out more about this exciting opportunity. We love you.
The Pardon or Dust signs are up at CVCA now. You just heard from CVCA President Jason Spodnik about the Finishing Excel Still More campaign and the new building opportunity to accommodate growth and create a more welcoming environment. The Royals and CVCA will be adding space to connect the Antel Chapel with the Tim Barley Memorial Gymnasium, increasing capacity for visitors and students by 300. CVCA is incredibly excited to celebrate and honor our great friend John Rasnick. While we're pleased to recognize the immense contributions that John had on the CVCA community, we're even more humbled to celebrate the powerful example of what God can do when you passionately follow Him and lead by loving and serving others, as John did so consistently. So to honor John and celebrate what the Lord has done through his life of service, CVCA has chosen to name our new 2-story glass atrium that you see in front of you on the screen as the new John F. Rasnick Center. Construction of the beautiful facility is already beginning as the second semester started here in January. So hope that this center will serve as a physical reminder that we're all called to live lives of selflessness, action, love, care, and intentionality toward making a gospel impact like John did. We can't wait to tell his life story to all who ask, and the building will provide a tribute to how God can powerfully use redeemed but imperfect people like us to carry the good news forward in our world. So just as John was welcoming and a friend to all, we believe this new space will reflect that same welcoming and loving spirit that was uniquely him. John's impact was profound, and it's fitting that we dedicate this space to a man who many of us knew and loved. He'll be greatly missed, but his influence and loving service will echo for generations in the countless lives that he touched. His life inspires still to this day, and we stand on the shoulders of champions of faith that have gone before us, and so we hope that we can celebrate what the Lord has done as we memorialize a life committed to following Him, and we celebrate what God is doing for His kingdom in this new space at CVCA. So given all that, we're asking every member of the CVCA community, alumni, parents, grandparents, and friends, if you're associated with CVCA, to take part in finishing Excel Still More with a generous commitment today. Your partnership will enable us to complete these needed facility upgrades and additions debt-free and enhance the experience of students, faculty, and visitors today and for many decades to come. If you want to take part in finishing Excel Still More, commitments can be paid over time through the end of 2024. You can go to cvcaroyals.org/finishing Finishing Excel Still More. Once again, that website is cvcaroyals.org/finishing Excel Still More to find out more information. We thank you for your prayerful consideration of this unique opportunity. We are at the second intermission. Score, Chagrin Falls 3, CVCA 2 in a Greater Cleveland High School Hockey League Blue North Division game on a Friday night from the Dan Kostel Rec Center. Once again, 2 goals during that second period for Chagrin Falls. Scoring the goals for the Tigers, Matt Revenue and Andrew Kirkpatrick. The Royals got up one early in the period and had a short-lived lead. That goal scored by Cord Steigmeyer for CVCA. Looking elsewhere around the Greater Cleveland High School Hockey League Blue North this weekend. Tonight, Parma and Cleveland Heights will do battle. That game in the 7 o'clock hour. And then there are a trio of games tomorrow. On Saturday, the Chagrin Falls Tigers will be at Canfield early in the morning at 11 a.m. for a game that is rescheduled from earlier this year when it was postponed, I believe, due to COVID issues. And so Chagrin Falls back in action on a quick turn on the road down near Youngstown against Canfield at 11 a.m. tomorrow. Later on tomorrow at 3:30 in the afternoon, Normandy will get an opportunity to skate against Mayfield, the Invaders' heavy favorites with only a pair of losses on the season. Mayfield with a single victory, so that one should favor the Normandy Invaders. And then Canfield does a doubleheader tomorrow with a regularly scheduled game at NDCL. So after the Tigers and Cardinals skate in the morning, Canfield will get in the cars and buses and head to the northeast. And they'll skate against NDCL tomorrow evening at 6:15 p.m. There's another trio of games on Sunday afternoon. So these Tigers will go 3 for 3. They'll get another look at Cleveland Heights. Chagrin Falls, the only team with a win against the Cleveland Heights Tigers so far this season in that 1-0 overtime victory earlier this season. They'll skate at 1:40 in the afternoon on Sunday. And then CVCA will play at Canfield at 2 o'clock, the scheduled time. And then Mayfield and Parma with a 3 o'clock skate in a game at the Reese Ice Rink in Parma. As we wrap down to about 4 minutes to go here in the overtime, we want to tell you about an event that occurred a couple Saturdays ago on January the 8th. CVCA welcomed 10 new members into its Athletics Hall of Fame. The induction class of 2022 was an impressive one to say the least. This group of Royals left a lasting impact on their sports and the CVCA community, so congratulations to all the inductees, their families, and coaches. Those inductees included Matt Mason, class of 2009, soccer; Jacob Forsyth, class of 2011, for golf; Matt Meadows, 2012 class, who starred in football and wrestling at CVCA; Renee Ormond Cornelius, also a 2012 graduate and a swimmer; Sockham Wilson and Katie Cook Austin in boys and girls soccer, also from that same 2012 class. So 4 inductees from the class of 2012. Nathan Tomasello was inducted out of the class of 2013 for wrestling. Bob Peters, also from the class of 2013 in boys basketball. And then for hockey, both out of the classes of the class of 2013, both brothers, Luke and Mark Sunday. And the Sunday brothers set records, not just here at CVCA, but nationally. Luke Sunday finished his remarkable career at CVCA in 2013 as the leading scorer in the history of high school hockey, not in Northeast Ohio, not in Ohio, the leading scorer in high school hockey in the United States with 399 career points over his 4-year career. The previous record was set in 1990. Luke also finished second in all-time goals scored in a career with 243 goals. Both marks shattered previous Ohio State records. Luke's single-season mark of 136 points are the most points ever tallied in a season in Ohio State high school hockey history. Not to be outdone, his brother Mark Sunday finished his remarkable career at CVCA in 2013 as the all-time career assist leader. No surprise with Luke having the goal-scoring lead. He was the all-time assist leader in the history of high school hockey, also in the United States, with 199 career assists. Mark finished his career with 352 points, placing him number 4 all-time in career points in the entire nation, and number 2 all-time in Ohio, behind his brother Luke. So it was quite an honor back a couple Saturday nights ago when both Mark and Luke Sunday represented CVCA hockey in their long overdue inductions into the CVCA Royals Athletic Hall of Fame. Royals could use a couple goals like the Sundays provided here in the third period to come from behind against the Chagrin Falls Tigers. CVCA trailing in this one 3-2 as we've got about a minute left on the clock. Both teams have already re-entered the ice rink, and so we're ready to move toward the start of the third period. A minute to go. And everybody ready for hockey action except for the referees who have yet to return to the ice. So once again, we'll take this opportunity then to remind you that you are tuned into CVCA Royals hockey via the CVCA live stream production on the CVCA Athletic Boosters YouTube page. And we're glad you found us tonight. If you are and have been with us from CVCA all year, we hope you've enjoyed the coverage of Royals home games this season. If you're tuning in from Chagrin Falls tonight, we're glad you found us today. Hope you're enjoying watching your Tigers take on the Royals here from the Dan Kostel Rec Center. And the broadcast being brought to you tonight through the capable hands of our team up here, Sean Mosher on the camera, replay, and production. Kent Schwartzbeck spotting all things up here for us tonight, and Cody Anderson on the graphics. And we do it with a couple of tin cans and some shoestring to make it work for you, but hopefully you're enjoying the coverage this evening. Referees have made their way back out. 15 minutes is back up on the scoreboard, and they're putting the goals in place. Nathaniel Newton will try and guard that 3-2 lead on the goal to our left in the third period. Caleb Mosher will defend the goal to our right. The Royals will skate right to left in this third period. CVCA in their home uniforms, black bottoms with royal blue piping and white outlines. The white jerseys with the CVCA crest on the front. Royal blue on the shoulders and royal blue helmets, blue numerals. The Tigers skating left to right. And their Chagrin Falls brown bottoms and tops, orange numerals with white outlines, orange on the shoulders and dark helmets. The puck is dropped and we're underway in period number 3. Royals start out on the power play and they move up, try and gain the neutral zone, as it were. Luke Parada goes up to Schwartzbeck, but he can't get it. Finally skates past it, and they gain the zone with 19 seconds to go on the power play opportunity. It's chipped to the far side and cleared out, though, by number 19, Elliot Dupre. And back to chase it is Mark Mosher. And the referee whistles icing, forgetting that a power play was underway, and he's going to hear it from both the Chagrin Falls bench and the Chagrin Falls fans, and they've got a beef because the referee not paying attention that the Royals were on the power play, and given his mistake, they'll have a face-off at center ice instead of the Royals having to chase the puck. So, half a minute gone in period 3. 11 seconds to go in the penalty time to Andrew Kirkpatrick. Chagrin clears his zone once again. It's out to Zach Nichols. Cross ice looks for Schwartzbeck. Penalty time is up, and we're back to 5 aside. Schwartzbeck gains the zone, into the circles, fires wide of Nathaniel Newton, and with it is Kirkpatrick. Out to center ice, and Mark Mosher cleans up a loose puck. Mosher in his defensive zone, cross ice, finds Parada, but he can't handle the puck. And it's pushed back in deep by Chagrin Falls. Mosher skates past it. Now Nichols will do battle. Nichols gets it to far side. Schwartzbeck there. Up to the point where Alex Newton sends it in. It's chipped in front. Shot saved by Mosher. Second shot is in. A 2-goal lead, a cushion now for the Tigers. As Chagrin Falls got a shot in on Caleb Mosher. The rebound was there and put in the back of the net by the Tigers. We'll try and get a number on that one. We'll wait for the official scoring, but the time of the goal, 1 minute and 15 seconds of the third period, and Chagrin Falls is out in front, 4-2. Elliot Dupre on the goal. The assist to number 17, Westendorf, and number 20, Kirkpatrick for Dupre. That is his 14th goal of the season, and it puts the Tigers up by 2. Royals control off the face-off. They've got the second line out there again, the line responsible for both CVCA goals today, but the puck is controlled by Chagrin Falls. Knocked down in the far corner by Cord Steigmeyer by CVCA. Steigmeyer tries to push it up, and it's deflected right back to him. But now controlled by Conway. Tommy Conway skates out. He's got some wheels. One man back for CVCA. Conway tries to center, but Matt Revenue was coming, but he couldn't quite get there, and it's sent around the boards to the far side where Steigmeyer is waiting for it. Pushes it up, but not out. It's kept in on the far side point. To the slot. Another chance for the Tigers off the stick of Conway. Goes wide. Newton can't keep it in, and he'll chase it. Alex Newton, that is, for Chagrin Falls. Cross ice, he finds a teammate. Now back to this side. Kirkpatrick into the zone. Shoots. A blocker save by Caleb Mosher. It's sent up and all the way down the ice for an icing call against CVCA. The Royals trailing by 2 now, 4-2 with 12:25 to go in the third period. It's been the story of the season for CVCA. They get out to a lead. They can't hold it. They led 2-1 in this one, but the last 3 goals have been scored by the Tigers, who now lead it 4-2. Face off to the left. The Mosher shot right off the face off over the goal by Elliot Dupre. The far side, Zach Nichols tries to get battle. Can't find the puck. Tigers have it. Behind the net. Loose puck. Skating to it is Westendorf. He'll corral it. Dumps it back to a teammate. And a teammate goes down. That's Tommy Conway. It elicits a cry from the fans looking for a penalty. There is none, and the Royals will ice it once again. 11:51 to go in the third period. Chagrin Falls now with a marked advantage in shots on goal. 26 shots on goal for the Tigers to just 15 for CVCA, and they're doubling up the Royals on the scoreboard by a score of 4-2. Kirkpatrick wins the faceoff. Shot is knocked down from Tommy Conway and goes to the far side where Luke Parada will send it around the boards. And CVCA chips it up and out of the zone. Chasing after it is Schwartzbeck, but he can't get there. And for the third time in a matter of moments, icing on CVCA. Chagrin Falls in search of win number 5 in the division. They are 4-3 in the Greater Cleveland High School Hockey League Blue North. Currently tied in wins with Canfield. Another shot controlled by the Tigers. Face-off control by the Tigers, that is. And the shot went wide. So the Royals kick it up once again. This time Lamline will chase, and he can't get there. Icing on CVCA. $11:26 to go. Lamline will step in after coming all the way back from chasing that puck down, and he'll look across at Andrew Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick wins it back to Newton. Newton dumps it across ice off the boards. Eli Parada tries to get there. He's got pressure from Matt Revenue. Revenue centers, and it trickles across to Luke Parada, who will actually, that's number 3, Josh Petschke, who skates it out. The Royals gain the zone. Lamline has it poked away, but it comes to Luke Parada. Shot to off the blockers and cleared out of harm's way by the Tigers. Another good opportunity for CVCA's Lamline and Parada right in front, but Nathaniel Newton made himself as big as he can. The freshman would not let it get by his blocker. And so a icing on Chagrin Falls this time, and an offensive zone face-off for the Royals with 11:02 to go. Choppy start to this third period. A goal by the Tigers. They win the face-off, and clear the zone. Delayed offside against CVCA. And it's poked up and into the defensive zone for the Royals where they are on it. Intercepted and dumped in. And sent behind the boards. Zach Armstrong tried to play it, couldn't. Royals come out with it. 2-on-1. Ballard, cross ice, and it's poked away. Nice play by the Tigers. Aiden Kabek in the other direction. Here comes Zach Armstrong. Armstrong in the circles, tries to center. It's poked behind the boards. Kabek broke up a 2-on-1 right there for the Royals. He's got a goal, and he just made a great defensive play for Chagrin Falls. Now it comes to the Tigers. Shot, poked aside, and a rebound corralled by CVCA. That was off Westendorf. Tigers, another centering pass right out in front. They control. Alex Newton skates in, dumps it in deeper. Behind the boards, or around the boards. Dupre still skating with it. Court Steigmar has it, but loses it to Alex Newton. Shoots in, rebound off the block shot is controlled and pushed up to Siff. Siff, 1-on-1. Alex Newton is back. Siff evades him. He's got a breakaway chance. Siff shoots. Saved by Nathaniel Newton. He stymies David Siff. Another chance for CVCA. Pushed aside as Noah Chidima was coming in for the Royals. And it's out to center ice. Eli Parada pushes it back forward. Intercepted by Armstrong. Armstrong gains the zone. Cross ice, and the Royals will come up with it. Steigmeier loses it to Kirkpatrick. Chasing it is Chidima. And it's poked back in deep. They wave off the icing as the Royals are changing, and Zach Nichols is back to get it for CVCA. Nichols has a little bit of time, sends it around the boards, looking for Matthew Porter. Porter has it, sends it back to Zach Nichols. Nichols has it jump over his stick, gets it again, chips it up, but not around the Tigers player right next to him. The Royals finally get it up, and Outward has it for CVCA. Jared Outward dumps it in deep. And a score by Matthew Porter. Outward put it off the boards. A funny bounce came right to the crease, and Matthew Porter was right there to jump it right in the back of the net, and Alex Newton might have broken his stick in frustration for the Tigers. The Royals with a fluke goal, but they'll take it right there for Matthew Porter. For Porter, his second goal of the season, and no better time than that. Time of the goal, 6 minutes and 17 seconds, and the Royals are back within one at 4-3. So the Royals control the faceoff. Schwartzbeck gets it into the zone. He'll chase it. Landline goes to the net. Schwartzbeck there. He gets pressure from Westendorf. Royals, Landline has it now in the circles. Sharp angle shot saved by Newton, and it's poked all the way down to the other end. And having to get down on it is Caleb Mosher. He pokes it to the side. Carter Martin has it, but it's taken away from him, and Martin then dispossesses the Tiger, who was right there trying for a big play. Now the other direction. Luke Parada had it for a moment. He'll retreat as it's poke checked away. Parada cross ice to Carter Martin. Martin passes up to Landline. Can't control, so he'll retreat. Outward and Chidima on the assist on the Porter goal. And the Royals will retreat into the defensive zone. Landline, cross ice, chipped in by Luke Parada. No icing. Chasing it is Kabik. Parada chases him. It's up and off the boards. This is going to be icing against Chagrin Falls. Nearing the halfway mark of the third period, Tigers 4, Royals 3, up each team with a goal in this third period. It'll be an offensive zone face-off to the left of Nathaniel Newton this time. This one's controlled by Chagrin Falls. Heading up ice is Tommy Conway. He stops, finds Kirkpatrick. He gains his own shot, poked away. Second shot coming, and it's knocked aside. Still loose in front and cleared by CVCA. Icing will be the call out of harm's way, and a defensive zone face-off to ensue with 7:23 to go. Tigers 4, Royals 3. 4-3 is the score of the first game between these two teams, a game that was decided in overtime. We're in regulation here as the Royals control the faceoff and skate out with it. At center ice, David Siff has pressure. It's pushed to the boards, and Kirkpatrick comes up with it. He waits for teammates to get onside. They do. Skates in and fires. Blocker save by Mosher. It's poked up but not out. It's sent up to center ice where Alex Newton is there. Newton with that stick, which is not broken. Loses it to Ballard. Ballard evades one. Centering pass, shot, score! Cord Steigmeyer from Caden Ballard. The second line with another goal, their third of the afternoon. It's 4-4. The second of the day for Cord Steigmeyer, his sixth of the season, and yet another assist for Caden Ballard. Time of the goal, 8 minutes and 8:07 of the third period. It's 4-4. Face-off off the goal, controlled by Chagrin Falls, and a shot saved by Mosher. That shot from Zach Armstrong on the far side boards. It's getting physical now. Armstrong has it, and we've got a penalty coming. Eli Parada is in it, and we'll see what the call is. Parada is hot, and the CVCA bench is hot. The stoppage is 6:37. The call will be elbowing, and that call is going to go on Eli Parada. But there'll be simultaneous or offsetting penalties. Also into the box goes Elliot Dupre. And so they'll both go for 2 minutes. We know one of them was an elbow. The second one was probably a reaction. We'll wait for the call. But it will be 5-on-5 when all is said and done here. They've buzzed the horn a couple times. Public address announcer announcing the Steigmeyer goal now. Zach Nichols also gets an assist on that Steigmeyer goal. The faceoff will be in the defensive zone for CVCA. And it's right in on Mosher. He jumps on it. So the face-off in the defensive zone, it would indicate likely that Parada may have reacted, and the Royals' penalty was second. They drop the puck down once again, and Mark Mosher has it. Poked behind the boards, been intercepted, centered, and swept out of harm's way by Jack Lamline. Lamline in the corner, kicks it to himself, now loses. Kirkpatrick shot saved by Mosher. Up to the slot, and now out. So simultaneous offsetting roughing penalties to Dupre and Eli Parada. That's the call. So 2 minutes and a whistle for both of them. And we'll play 5-a-side. So the Royals poking in wide of Newton. Lamline gets taken to the ground. No call. And Lamline with a push. No call there. Lamline dangerously close to taking a penalty. And now a whistle for offsides. The entire Chagrin Falls fan section is absolutely apoplectic because Lamline threw a punch and there was no call after he was wrestled to the ground by the Chagrin Falls Tigers player. No harm, no foul, apparently. And both teams retreat to their benches. So perhaps a timeout called? No, a penalty. And the penalty will go to Alex Newton for Chagrin Falls. Newton, who wrestled Lamline to the ground, gets called for the penalty, and the Royals will have a power play. So Lamline escapes. And Newton's call is unsportsmanlike conduct, apparently. So it had nothing to do with the wrestling to the ground and the punch that came afterward. Newton, unsportsmanlike. And so the Royals on the power play, 5.5 to go. Gaining the zone is Luke Parada. Parada is taken to the boards by Simperman. And clearing all the way down the ice are the Tigers, and Zach Nichols will chase after it for CVCA. Nichols retreats, sends it up ice, just beyond the reach of the Royals' Schwartzbeck. And icing is the call against CVCA. despite the fact that they're on the power play. Minute 25 to go, and the penalty to Newton. Still in the box are Eli Parada, and I believe it was Westendorf. Check that it's not, because Westendorf just took the face-off. Nevertheless, the Royals' power play continues, but Nichols will have to chase as the Tigers clear. He's going to get pressure from Westendorf. Nichols pushes it up, looking for Siff. Siff dumps it back to Zach Nichols with a minute 10 to go, and he'll send it across ice, and he'll find Steigmeyer. Steigmeyer has it swept away by Westendorf, and Nichols will chase once again. 1 minute to go left on the penalty time to Alex Newton. Nichols skates up, cross ice, and he'll find a teammate. The Royals to the neutral zone. It's Ballard. Ballard will shoot. He misses the goal altogether. Around the boards it goes to Nichols. He dumps it in deep. Steigmeyer has pressure. It's poked up, and Nichols will try and keep it in. He does. Knocks it wide across the boards and kept in by CVCA high over the goal into the corner. Zach Nichols will give chase. He's there. Pushes it further in deep for CVCA. He'll try and get back to the net. With it in the corner is the Royals. Up ice. Chopped high, and Nichols gets leveled in front of the net. That was off of Steigmeyer, and the Tigers will clear with 18 seconds to go on the penalty to Alex Newton. Just under 4 minutes to go in the contest. 4-4 CVCA and Chagrin Falls. Time for one more rush. 7 seconds left. Here comes CVCA into the zone. Lamline has it. Lamline dumps it in further. He's got Luke Parada in the circles. Parada skates, shoots, and a save by Nathaniel Newton. Back to even strength. 5-on-5. Tigers clear the zone and push it in deep. Chasing after it for CVCA is Carter Martin. Martin pushes it up, looking for Parada. Loses it. Zach Armstrong gets it in the slot, and then they lose it. The Tigers do to Lamline. He pushes it forward. Schwartzbeck will chase. Can't get there, and down the ice it goes. Martin has it with 3:18 to go in a tie game. Cross ice and pushed up. It's going to be icing on CVCA. Stoppage with 3:11 to go, and with that whistle, the combatants, 19 Dupre and 57 Eli Parada for CVCA, are released from the penalty box, which is empty at the moment. What's not empty is the Royals' defensive zone, where they'll have a defensive zone face-off to the right of Caleb Mosher. 191 ticks left to go in regulation. Shot pushed wide off of Martin. Zach Armstrong is there. Armstrong centers, and it's poked out of harm's way by CVCA. Up and past Newton's stick and out. The race is on. Simperman gets there first. Outward. Gives pressure. Turns it over. Shadima dumps it in deep. Matthew Porter pressures. It's kept in by Martin. Martin shoots. It's knocked down in front. And a score by CVCA! It looked like Noah Chadima knocked down the shot by Martin and redirected it behind the goal of Newton. And the Royals take the lead 5-4 with 2:44 to go. Chadima out for 13 straight games with that upper body injury. Back in his first game tonight, the hat trick in his first varsity contest way back in November. Looks like he'll get his 4th goal of the season on that one. Off the face-off, the Royals dump it up, but it's intercepted by Kirkpatrick, who'll try and get the equalizer for Chagrin Falls. A back-and-forth contest. Right in front. Shot saved by Mosher. It's loose in front and knocked aside. Up to the point. Shot in and knocked down off the stick of Newton. It's in front again. The Tigers with relentless pressure, and the Royals clear the zone. It's pushed forward. Siff will battle with Kabik. The Royals keep it in. Oh, they don't quite keep it in, actually. It looked like they did, but a late whistle and an offsides is called with 2:14 to go. The Royals digging deep with 3 straight goals. Can they make it hold up for another 2:14? And a timeout. Timeout, Chagrin Falls. Head coach Craig Hoberman calls his squad to the side. And we'll see what they can draw up on that side of the ice. The Royals showing some intestinal fortitude in this one. Can they finish it off? CVCA with Blue North Division victories so far this season against Mayfield. NDCL, a good victory on January the 2nd against Parma here at the Kostel Rec Center, 2-1. And looking to try to finish this one off today. The Royals with 1-goal losses in the division to Parma, to Chagrin Falls, to Canfield. A 2-goal loss to Normandy that was decided on an empty netter at the end in what was a 1-goal game, a game which the Royals led until 30 seconds to go in the second period. Another 1-goal loss on December 12th to Parma. The Royals have been in every game since early December. Can they finish one off this afternoon? Face-off after the timeout will be right in front of us, outside the Tigers' defensive zone. Kirkpatrick has it knocked forward where Mark Mosher will chase after it into his defensive zone. Mosher chips it up, but not out. It's kept in and now poked out by CVCA with 2:03 to go. Back after it is Henry Westendorf. Cross-ice pass. He gets in connection with Dupre. Dupre gains the zone. Back checking are the Royals, and Dupre taken to the boards. The Royals clear the zone out to center ice where Alex Newton is there. Newton gets to the red line, and he'll send it across ice. It's off the skate of Dupre and dumped in. The Royals try to push it up. That's Mosher. It's back to Nichols. Nichols all the way around the boards, and Newton can't hold it in. It's poked out by CVCA Schwartzbeck. Newton and Schwartzbeck do battle. Schwartzbeck goes to the ground. Lamline's on it. Lamline gains the zone 1-on-3 and pokes it in. A save by Nathaniel Newton with 1:24 to go. Lamline, a big hit, shot on goal in the corner, and Newton and Lamline go down to the ground again. Lamline gets up. Newton and Lamline getting acquainted once again. 1:12 to go. Here comes Kirkpatrick into the offensive zone. Shoots, and a glove save by Caleb Mosher. 1:07 to go. On the other side of the ice, Nathaniel Newton heads to the bench. It's an empty net for Chagrin Falls. With the offensive zone face-off, Newton retreats. His brother Alex joins him. 6-on-5 in the offensive zone for the Tigers. Timeout CVCA with 1:07 to go. Head coach Doug Fairchild will want to talk to his team about trying to defend against the empty net and the extra attacker. 67 seconds remain in this contest. A reminder, if you've enjoyed this broadcast of CVCA Royals hockey, we'll be back on the air next Saturday and next Sunday in the final 2 home games of the season for the Royals. The Royals taking on the Orange Lions on Saturday, 29th of the month, I believe that is, 5 o'clock. And then on Sunday, senior night here at the Dan Kostel Rec Center when the CVCA Royals take on Mayfield, the Wildcats. That puck drop at 4 o'clock next Sunday afternoon, and we'll have both broadcasts here for you live, CVCA live stream productions on the CVCA Athletic Boosters YouTube page. Business to attend to here first, however. 1:07 left in regulation. The Royals with the lead behind a deflection by Noah Chidima. His first goal in his first game back since early December. We nicknamed all the freshmen and new sophomores collectively the swarm line for CVCA, and they've done the job today. Goals by, so we can remember it all. Cord Steigmeyer with a pair, Chidima with 1, Matthew Porter with 1, and who are we leaving out? David Siff, of course, with the first goal of the day. 3 goals by freshmen, 1 by a sophomore, and 1 by Porter, a third liner, a junior. Can they make it hold up? Face off in the defensive zone to the right of Mosher. 1:06 to go. It's one up to the slot. Shot in. but deflected down, controlled by Chagrin Falls. Kirkpatrick fires it wide. Sitting on the doorstep was Dupre. Into the corner and up. Kept in by Simperman. He dumps it back in deep. Lamline has it. Lamline looking to control it. Has it on his stick. And Lamline tries to skate it out, but loses it. Kirkpatrick has it. 44 seconds left. Behind the net it goes. Still, the Tigers. Now, shot. Save by Mosher. Kabik trying to tie it up. 33 seconds left, and it's out of the zone. Schwartzbeck, no, Ballard has it. Shoots it toward the net, and it is just wide off the post. 25 seconds left. The Tigers, one more chance. Ballard taken to the ground. Up to center ice. Dupre into the offensive zone. 15 seconds left. Centers. It's knocked down into the corner. Still, they battle for it to this near side. 9 seconds left. The Royals sent in deep again. Parada. It's loose in front. Still time left. Toward the front it goes. Falling down at it and clearing it out. And time runs out. The Royals win this one by a final score of 5-4. A valiant effort by CVCA and Chagrin. The referees having to get in between the two teams, however, there at the end. The Tigers unhappy, their captain. But the Royals get a much-needed victory tonight. Nothing Tommy Conway or the Tigers can do about it. The Royals come from behind with 3 goals in the third period after being down by 2 and claim victory on a Friday night at the Dan Kostel Rec Center. A huge victory for CVCA, their 4th in the division. And for the Tigers, they'll have to lace them up once again tomorrow morning after a bus ride down to Boardman against the Canfield Cardinals. And now CVCA, Canfield, and Chagrin all sit with 8 points on the season so far. The Royals, next up, will be back in action also against Canfield on Sunday afternoon. The Cardinals, in between the Chagrin Falls and CVCA games, will have a game here up in Northeast Ohio against NDCL. Nice moment right now between Alex Newton and Zach Nichols, teammates in youth, getting together. Friends for a long time, and good to see them together once again. Newton for the Tigers, Nichols for CVCA, both played together in Geauga, in the Geauga youth program. And Nathaniel Newton, obviously the goaltender for the Tigers, the younger brother of Alex Newton. Zach Nichols playing with him as well a couple of times during their youth times together. I'm sure they'll get together and talk over this one. Exciting contest after they get out of the locker rooms in the lobby a bit later. What a game it was today at the Dan Kostel Rec Center. We'll recap it for you here. The Royals got on the board first in the first period when David Siff put in a beautiful goal with assists from Caden Ballard and number 8, Cord Steigmeyer. Actually, that was a tying goal because the first goal of the game was scored by Aiden Kabek, a shot from the left point at 4 minutes and 18 seconds of the first period. So Siff's goal tied it up, and then the Royals and Tigers went to the first period intermission, tied 1 apiece. In the second period, the Royals, Cord Steigmeyer, put the Royals on top with a goal 1 minute and 12 seconds into period number 2. The assist went to CVCA's Carter Martin. But then Chagrin got busy. And the second goal, the tying goal, went to Andrew Kirkpatrick at the 7:07 mark. They added a power play goal from number 15, Matt Revenu. That goal scored at 10 minutes and 4 seconds into the second period. Chagrin was up 3-2. That was the score at the end of the second period. The Tigers got another goal to go up 4-2 just into the third period when Elliot Dupre put them out in front. The assist to Westendorf and to Kirkpatrick, and it looked like Chagrin Falls was in smooth sailing. But CVCA dug deep today. Matthew Porter, off of a funny bounce off the boards, saw the puck fall right to his stick on the crease, and he put it behind Nathaniel Newton for the third goal of the day for CVCA, and that kick-started the Royals. 1 minute and 50 seconds later, Cord Steigmeyer got his second of the day, assist to Caden Ballard and Zach Nichols, and the Royals had tied it at 4, and then the game-winning goal, a beautiful deflection by Noah Chadima in his first game back since the Cleveland Heights game in early December. That game occurred on December the 3rd. He had to heal up, came back, and got the game winner today for Noah Chadima. The assist, his second of the day, to Carter Martin. The Royals withstood a furious rally to secure the victory by a final score of 5-4.